Hey everyone, Warwick's here. So, special bonus one. I was going to do this one for the Halloween theme stuff, but I think I've got my 4 videos for Halloween lined up. So, I just wanted to kind of hit this one as it came out. I'll be doing this for probably a couple of others as well. This is released 3 hours ago as of my recording on this. This is being released on a Tuesday, so I did this recording this on Saturday, October 1st. Geoff Castellucci did Ghost Riders in the Sky, which is those low bass singer cover. And as you can see the warning here, so please take note if you are impacted by this way. If you're impacted by any of this, please take note. Please take care of yourself and be safe. So we're gonna do that. Now this is a first time reaction, so I've never seen this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through. We're gonna watch the whole thing. You're gonna be with me as I watch this unfiltered, first time ever. And you're gonna see my honest reaction to everything, and then we'll go back through and we'll talk about it. So this video is probably gonna be a little bit on the longer side, um, because I am adding like an extra 5 minutes basically watching this video and kind of gathering myself before we go talk about it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. Just a quick overview on myself. I'm not a professional musician, just a guy that really loves music, has a keen eye for detail, and just really loves to nerd out about these things that these creators put a lot of time and effort into working out. I'm putting in my time and effort to go over why I love them and watch them and share them with you. So definitely go watch the original video if you want to see it just without any sort of react, without focusing on me and my reactions. I definitely strongly recommend you go watch this on your own. The original link will be in the description. And then come back and watch my reaction to it if you want, just to kind of see, like, it's just something I caught that you didn't, or would, just laugh at me and my faces as we go through this maybe. But yeah, that's enough ranting and raving. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let's get into it. First time reaction here. Again, be mindful of this warning if it impacts you. Please be safe.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw. Their brains were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. Oh, yeah. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet, no. They've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, I'm riding on the rain. Cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-oh.
That was fun. Oh my goodness, that was fun. Oh man. Ah, I know this is a cover. Who did this song originally? Johnny Cash, Marty Robbins. Okay, so this is a song that's been covered like a million times. Spooky musical homework to do. I'm probably gonna go find the original on this because this song is kind of slaps, dude. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh man, that was fun. Um, when you hear low bass singer cover, like I expected a lot more bass than what I did, but I'm not upset that we didn't get as much as what I was expecting. And just like I know he makes a ton of money off the Patreon that he has, and then of course voice play I know gets involved with this too. I need to know who did the video editing on this. I don't think it says who did it. Let's see, does it say? Does it say? Here it is. Arranged, produced, performed, and edited by Geoff. Cool. Makeup and beard wrangler. Ellie, of course, did the lighting and 3D renders. His wife was the PM. Ed Boyer did the audio mix by Geoff, and Daryl. Geoff. Sorry, that's here, right here. So you can see it above my head, right here. It's highlighted. Backup vocals by Goff, Geoff, and Daryl. Oh man, just that's fun. I love that. I love everything about that. Plus the thumbnail, which you can kind of see over here, is a banger. It's just all the ghost Jeffs. Oh man, this is so fun. Oh man. Shout outs to everyone that worked on this and helped out Geoff on this, including Geoff, and Daryl. First time we get 5 Jeffs on a screen, at least that of covers that I've watched and done on this channel. So, man, cool stuff. Let's go talk about it. So, if you're only here for the reaction, that's the end of the video for you guys. Appreciate you coming along, watching it, hanging out with me on this one. For those of you that want to get into the nerdy deep dive, let's get to it. So right there, just right off the start, getting the ghost Jeffs off the beginning just kind of establishes the tone, I think, for this song. It's not done in necessarily the most spooky, menacing way, but like to me, this is almost a better version of a Halloween song than what you would expect with most Halloween songs. Just because like it Halloween in some ways, of course, the original version, Dia de los Muertos, is a celebration of the dead. And then Americans got a hold of it and commercialized it because that's just what Americans do, and as an American, and it's kind of become like this very commercialized thing. And strangely enough, I think in some ways the fun of Halloween has been killed out of stuff over time because it's just about like costumes and stuff like that and not about like the spirit of it all. There are some people that preserve it, like your haunted houses and stuff like that, but like there's just something about stuff that is either just like fun costumes, or you get the true kind of spooky, sinister stuff, or if you want that celebrates Dia de los Muertos, you truly do the celebration of the dead. And right off the beginning, just with the lightning flash and the 4 dead Jeffs, just kind of sets a tone that is both spooky, but then the song starts going and it's like almost spaghetti western in a way in its tone, and it just kind of sets like in that nice fine line between spooky but fun, and that's what I really like. I love this logo, by the way. Actually, the whole logo is cool, but I just love the skull right here. I'm a big fan of that. If there's ever a hockey team called the Houston Renegades or like the Renegades, you should use this logo. Maybe not the guns. You replace it with hockey sticks for hockey purposes. But I love that logo.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and
And then we got the flash of the 4 Ghost Geoffs, and then we get just Geoff, the handsome devil, but just regular Geoff. And it kind of like is like, oh, where's the Ghost Geoffs? So it's kind of like a cool way to play with your expectations a little bit.
Winded day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw.
Oh, that bass. I don't know what the note is, but it's probably not a difficult. It's definitely not a difficult one for Geoff to hit, but I'm sure with Morning Voice I could potentially match it, but who knows. What I really like about this section is that it shows not the highest or lowest that Geoff can get, but like just the comfortable. Like I think he was pretty comfortable in his chest for almost all of that. Maybe up into a little bit of head voice for the higher end, the more tenor / high baritone sections, but like it just shows off like his range where he's comfortable, like he's just not even really trying. And that's kind of ridiculous, that range. Which I mean we know that all of the voice play members have ridiculous ranges, but like in a span of like 10 seconds he showed it all off. It's cool stuff.
Their brains were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel.
Interesting little drop down there with hooves made of steel. Like I expected it to be almost a half step lower, and he kind of plays with the expectations a little bit by not dropping that extra half step. Let's listen to it one more time.
Fire and their hooves were made of steel.
He kind of does that little slide on steel right there. That allows it to sit comfortably on that note without it feeling awkward. Whereas if you just drop to it, it probably would sound out of place. So just really smart arranging there. I really like that, where you can, like, I expected him to be down another half step, maybe another full step on steel, just because my brain tells me that's the natural progression. But when he takes that progression and goes zoop, and then flattens it out, just really nice way to play with it a little bit.
Their horns are black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. Yeah. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky.
All right, of the Ghost Geoffs, let's hear it. Which one's your personal favorite? We don't know which one's Geoff, and Daryl. I'm gonna take this Geoff. I like the outfit of this Geoff the best, with the 3/4 sleeves, the vest. I'm always a vest guy. You know, the holster on the thing, and then the nice blue slacks he's got going there with the boots. That's my favorite Geoff. Tell me your favorite of these 5. Well, obviously Geoff in the middle should be everyone's favorite Geoff, but of the Ghost Geoffs, which Ghost Geoff is your favorite? I'm a big fan of clean shaven, long hair, vest look Geoff. If someone knows which one Daryl is, please tell me as well. I don't know if it's on the Patreon or not.
We saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry.
The very end of that is just silly. First off, he's holding this note for a while, and then he just slides it down another probably full step.
For we saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry.
Yeah, so he held it as a full whole note with a little bit of slide there at the end, leading into the yippee-yi, which magnificent mustache Geoff is doing. Is that mustache crooked? It makes sense if it would. I mean, he's dead. Also, the ice blue contacts is a look. I don't know if that's contacts or if it's post-production stuff working there, but they look like contacts to me, and that's slick. I like it.
Ghost riders in
here's where the visual of the song starts to get like really strong because we're adding in all these background productions. We have the ghost Jeffs, slightly translucent, which makes perfect sense. They're ghosts, and of course, regular Geoff is very much solid in the screen on the green screen. Um, Excellent editing work here to make this happen. Um, yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to try not to talk too much about the visual side of things, even though I could probably spend the rest of the video on it alone. Um, but just know that what's going on background in the visuals and with the lighting and the 3D objects and stuff that are being put in through Geoff and Ellie's work, uh, makes my heart swoon, guys. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I need to know what it gets to here and note wise. So note professors, please tell me. I want to learn. The other thing that I really love that Geoff does is when he has multiples of himself on the screen, as he's done with most of his solo covers. Obviously, we saw it with Reigns of Castamere, but here, 16 Tons, which I might cover in a future date. Big John, which I'll probably cover in a future date. That's one I haven't seen yet, actually. Ain't No Sunshine, like where he has these multiple versions of himself, is that he's always done an expert job of choreographing and timing it to where it makes them feel like all five of them, in this case, are on the screen at the same time, even though we know they're not, with just the way he looks and the timing of how everything is basically very much in sync. And then you get these little lookaways like they did here, looking back at the screen, that just adds this really nice cohesion to the video that makes it feel like it's all being done in one shot versus being done in 5 shots on a green screen. So just wanted to give the shout outs to that and his kind of choreographed timing that I'm sure he wrote in himself so that he could know when to do them. It's part of the music and like had to learn the timings and the memory on that. Just really, really enjoy that. I love that from a visual standpoint.
Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet, no. They've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire.
So, of course, fire in the background means fire in the song means we get fire in the background. But what I love about this musically is the way Geoff harmonizes with himself. I mean, I know that's all editing work, but obviously he's got to be able to hit the notes and know that the way he's doing it. But something that he does here that he doesn't do a lot in most of his other low bass covers is that the quote unquote other Geoffs just get some real nice time to shine and show off the way that he can harmonize the other parts of his song. Of course, living Geoff is involved in this as well, but like it's just really nice to see a little bit of a change up in kind of his usual approach to these, where he's giving the backup, so to speak, a little bit of a chance to shine. And I really just appreciate that about this arrangement. It's really nice.
As they ride on to their crowd.
Again, I need to know the notes at the end and then the slide down. The slide down, I'm going to guess D1 because it sounds something very familiar to Reigns of Castamere, which I know got to D1s. But tell me if I'm wrong, please. I'm still trying to learn this stuff. Thank you.
As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, no riding on the rain. Cowboy, change your ways today.
Here's another fun thing. When you hear bass voice, you're expecting kind of like the primary Geoff, so to speak, to be the one to do it. And now we're getting mustache Geoff, who's been kind of doing baritone voice for most of the time. Kind of like that baritone level is now dropping into the bass. Just a nice little, again, plays with your expectations, plays with your, I mean, obviously play with your ears because you know this is all Geoff, but from a visual standpoint, it also plays with your eyes because you were expecting to see living Geoff, and now you're getting Night King Cowboy Geoff.
Hey, with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies.
Really love, obviously, good job, Geoff, on the right. We don't know if you're Daryl or not, whichever one of you is Daryl, but Geoff on the right, as we're looking at the screen. Obviously, we expect Geoff to do beautiful stuff with his bass. No surprise that he nails this. And obviously the low notes, again, I want to know what they are. I'm sure there's probably videos being made out there right now that's hitting all these low notes. I'm sure if you know what those are, if it's like Marcelo bass or something, please tell me. RTS bass, that identify them. Please link them to me. What I love though is that on Sky, as they did this step up building process, just makes that transition into the next, either the next chorus or the next verse, have a little bit of variety to it, which is really nice. Is he doing the same thing that he did in Reigns of Castamere, where he basically doubled his voice, like he like almost copy pasted the audio track? So, because it sounds like he's doing that. Like I know he did that on like Lords of Castamere, and that specific line in the Reigns of Castamere cover that he did, where he basically doubled his voice, so it sounded like it sounded like two people, but it didn't in a kind of weird way. It's like a really fun, I guess, editing trick, an audio trick. That just sounds so good, and I think he's doing it here too. Maybe not. I don't think he is actually. That's just him being the king. Damn. Which one is it? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. I'd like to know, please. Thank you. Love you guys. I need the notes on that. Of course, you know that. Um, he hit that low on Step Aside in 16 times. I'm gonna guess E1, but I think I'm wrong. And then a little showing of the gun at the end to remind you that yeah, we're ghosts, but we can still murder. And then the head the head tilt from this Geoff. Oh man, what a fun video. God, that was so fun. I'm so happy I did this one. No surprise when Geoff releases a solo cover, I'm covering it. I've got to go back in and do a bunch more of stuff for him. I probably either will dedicate a month to it or we'll just do it randomly throughout the next few months. Just because God, he's my favorite singer on the planet right now. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Thank you all for staying with me through. If you've come through this far, appreciate you sticking around. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If there's anything that you caught that I missed, tell me. If there's anything that I caught that you missed, let me know. We'll talk about it in the comments below. So until the next video, all, I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. You're listening to great music. You're having fun. We'll see you all next time.